Oh yeah. What's up, Cowboys fan? If you feeling like I'm feeling, let's do this. It's time. It's time to make some noise. We all get together. Who's house? Cowboys. And we're stepping on the scene, repping blue and white jerseys, double stars, and our kicks clean. Second to none, like Emmett. It don't matter if we're home or away. We wanna win it. All day, every day, hit the lights, you know how we do it. Cowboys for life, reppin' them boys cause we chose to. We got fanatics getting crazy, hyped up for the silver and blue. Best believe we're rolling deep too. Biggest fan base across the nation, I thought you knew. Yeah, you know we rep together. Every stadium, city, Cowboys fans everywhere. Yeah, you know we ain't stopping. America's team, forever we'll be poppin'. We put it down in every town. Flags running, music poppin' every time we score a touchdown. We're fired up and we're getting it. Hyped up, dedicated fans united cause we're feeling it. Yeah, we're loyal to our team too. We're up for one star and we're family, true silver and blue. Yeah, you know we're about it. Throw your hands in the air, stars up, never doubt it. Yeah, it's time to make some noise. We all get together, who's house? Cowboys. And we're stepping on the scene, repping blue and white jerseys, double stars, and our kicks clean. Second to none, like Emmett. It don't matter if we're home or away, we wanna win it. All day, every day, hit the lights, you know how we do it. Cowboys for life. Cowboys, our boys making noise. Another offense is down, we hit them straight in the jaws. Our defense doing what they wanna do. They attacking, sacking, celebrating when the play is through. Back to taking care of business. Like when Randy White and Charles Haley were dominating trenches. And our DBs are playing tough, playing tight, flashback, doomsday, knocking helmets off. Rising to the top cause we're a threat. We've been through it, time to do it. Raise that 6 trophy on the set, cause you know we got that action. Underestimating us while them dubs keep on stacking. Star game getting major. Dak Gallup, Lamb Parsons, new era playmakers. If you a diehard and you with me, make some noise. We them boys, rep that star mighty proudly. Yeah, it's time to make some noise. We all get together. Who's out? Cowboys. And we're stepping on the scene, repping blue and white jerseys, double stars, and our kicks clean. Second to none, like Emmett. It don't matter if we're home or away, we wanna win it. All day, every day, hit the light, yeah, you know how we do it. Cowboys for life.
Yeah, it's time to make some noise. We all get together. Whose house?
Cowboys.
As you know what it is. It's Victory Monday, y'all. How you feeling today, Bob, on this first week 1 Victory Monday today? Welcome back, baby. Good to see you.
I'm feeling 4, baby. I'm feeling 4. Oh,
you like Dak?
I like Dak.
Oh, you like Dak? Where everybody that like Dak? I need y'all to check in if you like Dak. And if you hate Dak this morning too, tap in. Let's talk about it. We're going to talk about the recap show with the Browns and the Cowboys yesterday. We got some content we're going to put out. We got some announcements we got going on. Special shout out to all my green badges that are tapping in today. Y'all know green badges. If you tapping in before you get in them comments, do like my guy Troy Park did 30 minutes before the show and raise the bar. Shout out to my guy Troy Park, Gym Rat of the Month right there, tapping in, baby. First one on the line before the show even got underway, man. That's dedication. I see you, Bugsy. What's good, baby? How's the weather out there in Denver, Bob?
Oh, let's take a look out the window. Holy shit, it's gorgeous. Yeah, what can I tell you, man? It's just always nice out here, man. But what's not nice is the feeling in the hearts of the Cowboys haters and Dak haters this morning. There's got to be at least 5 Cowboys fans in the world that woke up today just not happy that Dak was still there. And I got to feel for you people. I got to feel for you. Because who else are we going to have on the team? What are you going to do?
They woke up this morning, they banging on bacon, huh? Banging on bacon at the table. They mad like, oh, they hate Dak Prescott. They didn't want Dak Prescott to get paid. Dak got paid. And now all the Cowboy fans is complaining, oh, he only threw 1 touchdown. Dak didn't do anything miraculous. Look at how y'all moving the goalpost, baby. But I need my Dak supporters to tap in, baby. He's on the books. CD is on the books. Your Cowboys got a dominating week 1 victory. I miss me with all that shit about 2 missing tackles, Deshaun Watson and Amari Cooper. That was the number 1 defense in the league last season. with the defensive player of the year. So miss me with that. Oh, it was last season. Because if y'all want to move the goalpost to last season, then we could talk about 5 rings all day. Let's talk about 5 rings since we're going to talk about the past, right, Bob?
Yeah, there's no moratorium on how far back you can go. If we're going to talk about the past is 5 seconds ago too. So yeah, that's something you guys are going to have to think about when you're on that hate train, man. But look, man, Dak did what he needed to do. Dak, as far as I'm concerned, these guys knew that was going to get done a month ago. Maybe it just took a little longer, whatever the case may be.
It's in the plot. It's in the script.
Yeah, Dak came in, did what he was supposed to do. Zeke looked a little stronger than I thought he did, that he would. Zeke at the goal line is probably going to be a problem for a lot of people this year. But as a team, it was a great team win. And again, like you said, the whole freaking day and the week before this game even started, it was talking about Cleveland's the number 1 defense in the league. Number 1 defense. Bro. Dallas Cowboys beat them, and now Cleveland was a pretty good defense.
PFF had us ranked at number 19 in the league coming in this season, below the Cleveland Browns. But shout out to everybody on Facebook. We're live in 3 locations today. We're on Built Different Group. Shout out to everybody on LinkedIn, all my professionals over there. You'll be seeing my weekly newsletter come out either today, tomorrow on social media and all that whatnot on Next Level Games. So if you're a professional, you're on LinkedIn, come over there and tap in with your boy. I got a weekly newsletter over there where I share all my secrets on social media, especially when it comes to LinkedIn. But we're also live on YouTube. So shout out to my girl, Nathaniel Davies on the line, 82 in Oxnard. Ooh, that's beautiful weather down there today.
We'll take it. We'll take 82.
Let's get some more shout outs, baby. I see you, Larry. How we doing? We see you. Megan's tapping in. Said it's a great day to be a Cowboys fan. Yeah, if you're happy the Cowboys won and it's Victory Monday. If you're happy today is Victory Monday, let a hater know. Just like this video and share it on your timeline. You know they're going to see it. They're not going to comment it on it. Isn't it a beautiful thing when the Cowboys win? Like, my phone is dry.
Yeah, I don't hear anything. The hallways are clear. There's not a drip drop happening anywhere, man. Everybody's nice and quiet. But yesterday was a pretty good game, pretty good day for the league overall. I think a lot of good games happened, but the most important one was our game, obviously, and making sure that the defense, at the very least, picked up where they left off last year. And I'm not talking about the Green Bay game. I'm talking before that shit. And the defense definitely looks like they are playing for Coach Zimmer right now. DeMarvion Overshown looked stupid crazy the entire day, as well as who we thought would look crazy, which is Parsons. The whole team did what they needed to do for a whole team win yesterday, and we got nothing bad about to say. I'm sure we could pick apart some things here and there, but really,
yeah, we're gonna take a look at the numbers. Shout out to my girl Sarah Berryhill. Damn, she's over on YouTube. She said Facebook tripping, huh? Took all my reps and said they were spam. Look, man, it's election season, y'all. The algorithm on this platform has changed. They don't already like StreamYard. They don't like services like StreamYard, third parties going to their app like what we're doing right now, streaming on multiple platforms. That's another reason why the algorithm's messed up. So make sure you like this video to keep my content and our content in front of you. Make sure you share this video, no matter what platform it's on. Get it out there. It's Victory Monday. Come on. It's time to get in the gym. If it's locked down on Facebook, I need my green badges and YouTube. Get over there, like and share on YouTube. If you're not there, then go create you a LinkedIn account and get in on over there. Let's take a look at these numbers, man. Yeah, the Cleveland Browns were favored 3 points at one point. I think it went to 6 points coming into the game, Bob. You believe that shit? Vegas steadily making money off of haters.
Yeah, that's some pretty funny stuff. When I saw that, I was saying to myself, all right, well, they are a really, really good defense. And as you can see, it was we only had 35 more total yards than they did. But at the same time, they were supposed to be the unbeatable defense. It was supposed to be Myles Garrett day. It was supposed to be our Dak on the back at all costs and all day. And it didn't happen that way, man. Tyler Guyton held his own, man.
Well, I hear you in some senses, Bob, but Zach Martin gave up a sack yesterday. I mean, Dak Prescott did get laid down on his back 3 times yesterday, and I told you I thought whoever won the sack battle in the trenches in this game was going to win. But that's okay because Deshaun, he got sacked 6 times. Did you see the look on Deshaun's face at the end of the game? He was like, damn it, I'm tired of this game, and I'm ready to go home.
Yeah, he was looking pissed off after every time he got stuck. And we were reading him the entire day, man. It was a really, really good day for our defense, and I think we put everybody on notice that Cleveland is not the number 1 defense in the league anymore.
Damn, you got another hurricane coming down there, Larry. Let us know how's that weather down there in the boot looking, man. You got the Saints talking about the boot. We got the Saints at the home opener, man. I can't wait, baby. I'm gonna be boots on ground this weekend. The coach says, "Me too, prototype." I just moved over to YouTube. I don't know. Facebook got a problem with BG, just like a bunch of my fucking top fan haters on my page, baby. They got real problems with me, and I love it. Because you know what they say, right? If you ain't got haters, you ain't popping. But yeah, this game is very deceiving when you look at these numbers. You look at these numbers, I mean, look at this, 265 total yards on the Cowboys to 230 to Cleveland. You think, wow, that's pretty close, right? 160 passing yards for the Cowboys, 137 for Cleveland. 102 rushing yards, which the Cowboys doing it by running back by committee, right? Everybody, if you started Ezekiel Elliott, like I told you, keep following your boy for more good information. Everybody was laughing at me saying, ha, 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 ha. Zeke is washed up. Well, Zeke got me a touchdown, and I got a win in my league this week with Ezekiel Elliott. So if you got a win too, let me know. 15 first downs apiece. Like, all of this looks pretty much the same. I mean, they even had, could you imagine? I mean, don't imagine, but look at this, Bob. 22 penalties was called in this game. 11 on each team. Y'all know I'm coming with that NFC East penalty report here tomorrow. But, this is where the game was won in the trenches. We had 6 sacks and 2 interceptions.
Yep. And
we had special teams. I mean, your Cowboys are what we like to call playing complimentary football in week 1 against the number 1 defense from the league last season. So I don't want to hear that shit like Stephen A. Smith this morning. Oh, well, Deshaun Watson, he had surgery, and he looked like he couldn't throw the ball to Amari Cooper. But you sure was interviewing Jerry Jones over there, smiling from ear to ear at the Star, you big buster. But yeah, you big buster, you moving the goalposts on our guy. Number 1 defense, and now all of a sudden, isn't it funny about everybody creating excuses for the Browns?
Carson had Cooper locked down yesterday, man. I was waiting for something really big to happen for Carson yesterday. He just has this, and I don't really know how to explain it, but there's certain players that when you see them move, it looks like there's an electricity around them. Like they're not moving in like or
DeMarvion Overshown.
Yeah, Overshown was like that too. But there was something about Carson. I don't know, man. I was hoping he got a pick yesterday. He missed 1 or 2.
He should have had one.
Yeah, he had one in his grip.
He could have had a couple while you're playing.
We really, really need to say our thanks to whoever it is that you think runs the entire show right now by letting them know we have a cornerback. The last 2 years, we've had cornerbacks that are able to jump in and fill in for these amazing players that have gone down. Last year, it was obviously Bland for Diggs. This year, it's Carson for Bland, and it doesn't look like the defense is missing a beat. So it has to be the coach, and it has to be the will that this team has to be winning. And I don't know, man. There was just something about Carson that seems a little electric. It may be the number. It may be some other things because I'm an old school fan, but there's something about that kid that makes me think that he's going to be lighting things up pretty soon too. I think we know what we can expect from the rest of the crew.
Yeah, I'm with you because Big Demo looked like a heat-seeking laser missile out there. Shout out to our guy Eric Kendricks, who played under Mike Zimmer in Minnesota. I was going through some old files, and I wanted to pull up some stuff to grab some context this morning. And, there was a point early on, remember a couple of months ago when they said that Mike Zimmer got there, that him and Micah Parsons had said 20 words together. I think Micah was quoted in the media saying him and Zimmer hadn't said 20 words to each other since they've been there. And, there might be some rift. There might be some problems going on with the alpha males in there, especially with our guy Eric Kendrick showing up. But this is what I found in the files today. And this is per DeMarcus Ware. He says, we're not playing pool. We're not playing arcade games. We're not getting haircuts. We're studying film. And everybody is in there at the same time. We might have a donut from time to time, but it's all about football when it comes to Zimmer. Where explained, look, I don't see any disconnect on our defense. Matter of fact, that linebacker unit is going to be the reason the Dallas Cowboys stopped the run this season.
You better put some money on that right there, because that's the real shit right there, man. And again, my boy Eric B, just as early as yesterday, was like, what the hell are we doing with all these defensive tackles, signing all these defensive tackles? Getting upset because we're not putting money in other places, but these defensive tackles aren't costing us $30 million a year. We're able to sign them on the cheap to be able to rotate a bunch of big hoss MFs to stop the run. And I think yesterday we did a pretty good job doing that shit yesterday, man. Keeping everything contained in front of us because of that big DT squad we put together over the course of this offseason, which we might not have been all in with all the big names, but we were definitely all in with some names. And we got gashed for the last 3 years in a row on the run, and it's not going to happen anymore.
Can we just admit now? I mean, you know, I have a tendency to do this too. I don't like because we don't get really active on free agency like typically every other team because, you know, Jerry Jones is the GM, owner / all the above. He does things. He's zaddy in the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I mean? Zaddy gonna make the call when he wants to. But can we just agree that Zaddy may know what the fuck he's doing, especially when we signed Eric Kendricks? How about that? 2 sacks and an INT as a linebacker yesterday. How about our linebacker core? Y'all give it up for the linebacker core on this video right now. If you're happy that maybe the Cowboys could stop the run this season, thanks to the Demarion Overshown, thanks to Maris Leofile, thanks to Damon Clark, all them guys, do me a favor, like and share this video. But boy, I'm gonna tell you what, I don't know who I like more, Demo or Kendricks.
Drake over here, 13 Overshawn was for show yesterday. He was.
Yeah, he was for show yesterday. I mean, that guy, they say he covered 15 yards in, I don't know, 3 point something or 4 seconds. I don't know. It was a crazy number. Y'all remember when he was a heat-seeking missile and he came up on there and Deshaun and got him in the backfield, right? I mean, he did have a sack. Let's take these numbers. These 6 sacks had to be impressive. You know, everybody saying, oh, it's just the Browns. Look, stop moving the goalposts, man. It's week 1. We're not going to start that shit here on BDG. Y'all going to have to keep that same energy because y'all know win, lose, or tie, I'm going to go live. Y'all already know that. But let's take a look at these 6 sacks allowed or the 6 sacks the Cowboys netted, right? Take a look at the defense. Look at that. 2 sacks by Eric Kendricks. Man, is he not exhibiting Sean Lee general behavior or not?
I was going to say, it was weird seeing that number on a jersey because it's been so long, but it fucking worked. After about one play, I was like, okay, all right, okay, we're good. I'm good.
Yep, and speaking of Kendricks, you know, you got Kendrick Lamar news being broke. He's going to be at the Super Bowl 59 down there in New Orleans. I know the Hot Boys are mad. I know Lil Wayne is mad. I'm laughing like, you know, because Lil Wayne is a Green Bay fan, and he thought his homie Jay-Z was going to hook him up for the concert in the boot. Well, that didn't work because guess what? You Packer fans, y'all not like us.
No.
Leandro tapping in says, now what do you feel the plan will be when we meet the newly energized Barkley with Philly? Man, we ain't even get the Barkley yet, baby. I ain't worried about Bitcoin Barkley. He going to be hurt by week 10. We got the Saints coming up next week. Yes, we do, at home, at the home opener. And shout out to all my Pacific Northwest Cowboy fans that came out yesterday to the press box. My guy Mike Brock is going to be running it for the Saints game this week. You know, your boy BG is going to be boots on ground at the mothership. Shout out to my guy Jersey Mike.
Mike Rock's the reason why I'm in the gym 6 days a week since March. That dude right there put in work, bro. Congrats to you, Mike.
Yeah, he did. But Eric Kendricks, 2 sacks. DeMarvion Overshown, 1 sack when he shot up out of that linebacker level and got to, you know, Deshaun back there. Trayvon Diggs with an interception. How about number 7's return with an interception? I mean, that would have been beautiful if Carson and Kalen both would have, or Carson and Trayvon would have both got one. But Trayvon got his interception. DeMarcus Lawrence, 2 sacks. How about the old dog? How about Father Time putting it down in Cleveland?
I'll tell you this much. Jordan Lewis has been slapping me in the mouth with gameplay over the last season and a half. He's somebody I actually was very critical about for a while, and he might be one of the most solid guys we have on this defense right now. The guy comes through, whereas he was sort of lost with the last group of defense he was playing with, but he looks really good. And I also want to point out, I don't know if y'all remember this yesterday, and I don't have a teleprompter or anything, but we got like the lineman here of the Cleveland Browns, and we got Micah Parsons over here and trying to sack, and he doesn't see anybody, and he decides to run over here because he sees the quarterback move, and he sacks Deshaun Watson. Let me tell you, there is just something stupid special about Micah Parsons, and I think we all know this, but what I'm trying to say is for him to be able to do what he's been doing season after season is insane. And he is 100% somebody we cannot even think about whether we can lock up or not. That guy has to be a Cowboy until he retires because I don't want to play against him.
Yeah, we're going to be taking a look at that next season because, you know, Micah's sitting back there behind the tree, you know, rubbing his hands after he's seen CD and Dak get their deal. Like, yeah, come on, Jura. I'm going to break the bank with you. But, hey, Micah, you're going to have to do your part, baby. You starting out hot. I love it, Micah. 1 sack, you get 1 sack a game. That's cool. You know what I mean? He had 14 sacks last season. He had Myles Garrett was a defensive player of the year last year with 14 sacks, but he was on the number one defense in the league. I mean, TJ Watt and the Steelers won yesterday. You seen that was a pretty good game. Shout out to ATL. We're going to see y'all week 9, but, TJ led in all sacks last year. The reason why I'm talking about this is we're going to be talking about defensive player of the year here as we kick off the season. We're going to be tracking that along with the NFC East penalty report, and we got some other things. We're getting our content together here ready. I'm super excited this season, bro. I'm super busy. My guy Drake says 90 D-Law with the strip sack, 2.5 on the game. Let me go back and look at that. He said 2.5 on the game. No, they only credited him for 2. They credited him for 2, but I'm with you, Drake. I know you're a Cowboy fan. The rest of them other haters, they ain't like us. We see you tapping in, baby. Sarah says, Lewis, the only gem from the Wolverines that we had. Yeah, shout out to the Wolverines. How about all my Texas Longhorn fans in the building? Hook them. Where all my Longhorn fans at, baby? How about y'all beating the national champion? Yeah, where my guy RC and my guy Cuff at? I need y'all to report.
I got love for UT, man. I lived there for a while, so.
Great question, Raul. Thank you for tapping in. It's been reported week to week for Jake Ferguson. Not as bad as we may seem. I think it's labeled as a sprained MCL, but there's no timetable on that. We've been told it may be week to week. So if you got Jake Ferguson in your fantasy football lineups, you make sure you might want to go probably get Schoonmaker off the board. You might even want to go get Big John Stevens. Y'all know John Stevens is tight end 4, and he's a big target, and he was eating up at camp. He likes Whataburger like I like, so I like me some John Stevens. You might want to go handcuff him because who knows, especially with this Jake Ferguson situation. But great question there. Thank you, Raul, for tapping in for Facebook. Please do me a favor, give me a share on your timeline. But, yeah, defense really won this game. I mean, Dak Prescott only threw 1 touchdown. And this is what I love. This is how our own fan base move the goalposts on our fucking team. Not only do we get a win, now y'all wake up this morning banging on bacon because y'all mad because Dak Prescott only threw 1 touchdown. Well, let me ask you a question this morning. If you woke up banging on bacon, are you really a Cowboy fan or are you just a fucking Dak hater? Because if you was a Cowboy fan, you'd be happy that we won. Why are you so worried about how many touchdowns Dak throw or don't throw after he got paid? He is the leader of the team, and we got a dub, and that's all that really matters. But he was 19 of 32, 179 yards, 1 TD. But most importantly of all, especially against that number 1 defense, Bob, you know what we did? You know what Dak Prescott did? He protected the rock.
That game was
even after going down 3 times. He protected the rock.
Yeah, that shit was over by halftime. All those statistics you see compiled by the Cleveland Browns happened in probably the last quarter and a half of that game when we were probably just being a little bit less preventy about things and, not really giving a shit, playing the game that we have to play in order to let them wear themselves out because we were playing the long game anyway. We looked damn good yesterday. And again, I understand that they had 2 tackles off on their offensive line. That's all great and everything, but it didn't really matter where they tried to block Parsons. It wasn't going to happen. And if they were going to block Parsons, somebody else was going to make it through.
Bro, wasn't nobody blocking Parsons. Like you said, he ran around the field and got to that 1 sack that he got. He literally went one direction, seen the defense go that way. He timed Deshaun, knew he was going to try to escape out that way, came around 2 other defenders and sought out the sack. That is straight football acumen. That's straight different brain work. That's straight diabolical brain work. And if Micah can average a sack per game and this defense can get 2 to 3 turnovers per game, I mean, if you drafted the Dallas Cowboy defense in fantasy football, do me a favor, just like this video, because I almost guarantee if you had Dallas defense, you won this week. But I had Brandon Aubrey on top of that. So that's the reason why I won along with Ezekiel Elliott. So make sure you like this video and let us know. Did you have the Dallas Cowboys defense? Because how about special teams? How about Kevontae Turpin running back the first ever kickoff in the league since the rule change, y'all? This guy was the USFL MVP, kick return MVP. And it took him 3 years. It took him 3 years, and that's fine. I loved it. It was right on time yesterday to kick off this season. And I'm glad nobody got hurt either, too. Thank you, Nathaniel. That's the great comment right there, baby. Getting out of week 1 with no injuries. Well, we got Jake, but it's going to be a nagging injury, so we're going to have to wait to see what the timetable look out. But other than that, yes. Thank God, because we know the injury opponent is undefeated. Drake says, we should have not have given up that last TD. The defense needs to keep going. Yeah, I agree, But eventually a squirrel going to find a nut eventually, you know what I mean? And as Deshaun was running for his life back there. I mean, you even had Amari Cooper missing passes. A lot of folks saying Amari Cooper dropped that for the Dallas Cowboys. He was like, thank y'all. That was Cooper on some get back. Said he went out of Cleveland. Folks are now talking about maybe by the trade deadline, we go back out there and get Coop, man. Are you drinking the Kool-Aid on that, Bob? Go get Coop from Cleveland again. We're going to go back to the X.
What it was Cooper being locked down in a game. So you can call it lockdown. You can call it giving up or not giving 100 in every game. That's one of the reasons why we let that guy go. It was a head scratcher when it happened. But if you look back on all the games that were important that he just decided to not fucking show up for, he did that quite often. And that's the reason we let Cooper go. He's amazing when he wants to play. When he doesn't, he just doesn't fucking do anything. Yesterday, I think, was just getting frustrated by a young cornerback. But, I don't know, man.
These are good problems to have right here, Bob.
Right.
These are the good problems to have. You know, when you got a kicker that can boot that son of a bitch 100 yards and they won't let them. They say, so quick question, gents. Why didn't we let the Legatron, a.k.a. we're going to have to find a nickname. Butter is just not fitting. I like Butter because he's smooth. But, like Legatron, something like that. Y'all throw some comments up there and let us know. What should we nickname Brandon Aubrey? Because my guy Leonardo says, why didn't we let Leg try the 70-yard kick? Bob, what's your thoughts on that? Why did Mike McCarthy, say, we're just going to go out there and not kick the field goal?
I think it's always a smart. So first of all, you got to do the math. 70 yards, obviously, that's more than half the football field. So where are you standing when you're making that kick? If you miss that kick, then that team gets the ball where you missed that kick from. This game is 100%. Is it
the return? They were thinking it was going to be short and they might return it. Is that what it was?
I just think they said to themselves, we don't want to worry about that. We just punt the ball. Just punt the freaking ball. Do what we have to do, whatever the case may be. There's no reason giving them the position. If they do return it, maybe. But if he just kicks it into the stands and misses it wide left or wide right, they get the ball wherever we missed that from. And that's closer to their end zone than we are to ours. So it made sense for that to happen, I think.
Well, my theory is, I know Justin Tucker, University of Texas product. Shout out to my Longhorns. Like I said, hook 'em, baby, knocking off the defending champions, Michigan, Big Blue. I think they beat them at their house, too, if I'm not mistaken. I don't watch much college football, but, boy, I'm telling you, after the Longhorns beat Michigan, I might be prone to tap into a little more college football this week. But, yeah, Tucker's got all the records, and I don't think they want Brandon Aubrey, the guy. They don't want no cowboy on top of all the records, all the records. We got the GOAT rushing record.
Pick six.
You got the pick six record, Deron Bland, right? Most pick sixes in a season. They don't want them Cowboys. This big hate on them Cowboys, baby. I think that's what it was. The league was like, nah, man, you can't kick that. They made a call into New York, said, no, Money Mike, we're not going to do that. We're not breaking Tucker's record just yet. But I think if Aubrey was to have kicked it, yeah, he would have kicked it because the 66-yarder he made in the preseason, I think they said he would have been a 72-yarder by the way it went through the upright. So I think he has no problem kicking it. And he was asked during the postgame interview, he said, look, man, all I do is go in when they tell me to kick it. Which I love. It's a great way to move the goalpost on a fucking hater asking you a question in the locker room. You know what I mean? Right. He's like, I just go out there when they tell me to kick it. And he's like, well, did you want to kick it? He said, absolutely. And I love that confidence in our kicker, baby. So if you got him on your fantasy football and you got the Dallas Cowboys defense, you most likely going to probably win your league this season. Go run, tell that.
I tried, man. I think my wife beat me to the defense and Aubrey on two separate leagues that we're in. She is also diabolically intelligent when it comes to fantasy football, but it's about positioning. I didn't want to go for a defense early. It's really, really tricky. And it's so hard for me not to be a homer in my fantasy football game. It's just as hard for me to pick a Philadelphia freaking Eagle on my team as it is. It's too tough. And
I'll take that back. I think I took their defense as a backup defense. I wanted to see how they did, but they're still on the bench. That's the only Philadelphia. I get what you're saying, but I was a homer this year. I got like 7 Cowboys in one of my leagues. I got like I got Ryan Flournoy on the bench. I got Kevontae Turpin and Brandon Cooks all on the bench, man. And 2 of those guys got touchdowns yesterday. So we're not gonna get on fantasy football too much. But my guy Drake says week 2 Saints coming up. Who they help chip block Michigan? What are you talking about? Micah number 11.
Micah, yeah.
I don't know because Cleveland couldn't chip block nobody. Now, we understand they had 2 tackles out. So, granted, our pass rush defense took advantage of that situation because, if the Browns would have took advantage of the Dallas Cowboys pass rush, we'd have been hearing about it. Oh, Mike Zimmer went and got all that beef at the store and they don't know how to cook in the kitchen with the Cowboys. You know how they do. They move the goalpost. That's exactly what Stephen A. Smith is doing on ESPN this morning. I made a comment over there on it. This shit just got me mad. Well, we have to You know, you could tell when Stephen A. Smith is creating excuses because he changes his whole tone and he starts talking low. You know, well, you know, we have to look at Deshaun Watson situation and yeah. No, just a week ago, dog, y'all was big up in the Cleveland Browns. Y'all keep that same energy. You know what I mean? If y'all want them folks to keep the same energy on the Cowboys like them haters be, because we got a top 5 hater list here going on BDG, baby. The hate is real, Bob.
It's huge. But again, I also am a little bit critical as to what is actually hate and what is there to garner views towards their direction. The fact of the matter is, whether it's one or the other doesn't matter. The views are going to happen. But the motivation behind all that is what I question. And as we know, a lot of people use the Cowboys to get their views and to get their clicks and their likes because I know it seems surprising. Yeah, but
who knows that? Nobody knows. Do you know that? I didn't know that. Nobody knows that around here. You know what I mean? Shout out to my guy Jersey Mike in the building. Leandro says Saints going to get the voodoo on them, right? They played weak team, weak defense. Yeah, they played Carolina, but they sure scored a whole lot of points, baby. And you know the media, just like they was big up in Cleveland last week. Guess who they get ready to big up this week?
They're gonna big up the Saints, man. And let's not forget it's at home, the first home game of the season, dude.
But they getting ready to big up the Saints, beating up on the Carolina Panthers. You know that's how they move the goalposts on these Cowboys, baby. Just like the haters move the goalposts in my comments every day. I told y'all we're in week 1. We're gonna have a top 5 hater list every week. If you're commenting and you're hating in my comments down below and you ain't got a top fan badge, eventually you're gonna turn purple in the face, waiting on me to respond. So get you a top fan badge, baby, because we have one guy here who loves to hate, and he's a Cowboy fan, bro. Can you believe that? He don't just hate the Cowboys. He hate me. That's what it is. And I love it, baby, because you know what they say, Bob? If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. So I want to give a special shout out to the honorary members who made 1 or 4 through 2. Shout out to Philly Nas. Everybody knows who Philly Nas here. That's a familiar name, right? A couple of Eagles fans on the Cowboy page. I told you nothing attracts Eagle fans more than the Cowboys post, right? Shout out to Tim Wills. Oh, Tim Willis. He's a Eagles fan too. He's crawling up the board. He's at number 4. Number 3, we got Dan Beverly. I think he's an Eagles fan. I don't think I maybe got to check out his profile that much because Brandon Digby at number 2, and then at number 1, y'all, we got a Dallas Cowboy top hater fan, baby. But I like to call him Alfie. He calls me Zaddy. So y'all welcome Alfie to the show, baby.
Alfie, welcome Alfie, ladies and gentlemen. He is the top hater for the Built Different group. Congratulations.
Yeah. You know, he woke up this morning. At first, this guy was in the comments of BDG saying, man, you don't give your top fans no credit. So what do? I give a fucking hater a little credit. And guess what they do? When you give a hater a little credit, they want not only an inch, they want a yard.
Yeah, the longest yard.
But we gave them a yard. So we're going to give you another week, haters. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be hard for somebody to top Alfie because Alfie be on it. He already told me this morning, you know, hey, we're going to make this a weekly thing. And that's cool. Get you a top fan badge. Get you some attention. I know everybody here this morning is like, why are you giving these guys attention? Look, man, if you ain't got haters, you ain't popping. So we're going to acknowledge our haters. Our haters want some acknowledgement. Come on, keep hating, baby. Hate like my guy, Alfred Wilson. You know what I mean? Mention me about 15 times in a row in the morning, especially after the Cowboys win. That's what I didn't understand. Like, if you're hating on the Cowboys this morning, you got a problem with something other than the Cowboys.
That's the truth. Yeah, that's the truth.
I mean, can we just be upfront?
I know I might be somewhere near arriving because as I put my YouTube channel link in the comments section down here. So anybody who has not joined, please go over there and join. I did realize that I had at least 3 or 4 haters on my page talking about, that weed's not supposed to smell like the way you're talking about it smells, and it's not supposed to do this, and it's not the original grower. And I'm like, dude, are we still talking about a plant here? Are you angry for real? And it's just crazy how people get up on their horse, man.
You got banging on bacon for those that don't smoke, and when they wake up on your channel, they banging on bud.
Yeah, banging on bud. Stay away from my bud. Stay away from my bud.
Yeah, shout out to my guy. He's a real top fan. Get you a top. Be like my guy, top Russell.
Russ, for real.
He is the top. That is the behavior to exhibit. Shout out to my guy, top with the 88 behavior. That's how you become a top fan of Dallas Cowboys and be all in the content all the time, everywhere, baby. I appreciate you, top. Thank you for setting the example for the rest of these goofies. So get in line. Get like my guy, top Alfie, baby. Otherwise, you're going to be on the top 5 list all season. And then we're going to have the top top hater of the year award. Believe that or not, we're going to have the top fan of the year hater award. That's right. We celebrating our haters, baby. But this is the recap today, and I wanted to make sure we had time to do this because now that I'm hosting up there in Seattle, shout out to my guy, Jersey Mike. You know, we had about 13 people show up at the press box yesterday, I was impressed that we had that many. We had 7 RSVPs from our meetup, and I understand it was a challenge because the Seahawks game was going on at the same time as the Cowboys game. So we got in there, it was packed. Then it fizzled out because everybody left for the game. And then after that, we pretty much had the bar to ourselves. But shout out to everybody that came. You see us all there. That's a dub. You see the score in the background, 33-17. See my guy, Jersey Mike there. We had a couple from Austin out there. Shout out to Ashley and her husband there on the end. As you can see, my son, he's looking awkward over there. I asked him, hey, man, where's your Cowboy gear? That's my son, Bryce, over there. I said, where's your Cowboy gear, dude? He's like, oh, I'm cool, man. I'm like, all right. He just wanted to come to go eat. That's all it was. Yeah, he wanted me to feed him and watch the game, but that's cool. Shout out to all of them Cowboy fans, Pacific Northwest. That's right. We're going to be there next week, or this week, rather. My guy, Mike Rock, is for the Saints game. So if you know somebody in the Pacific Northwest, we are connecting fans on social media at live events. That's our unique value proposition here is a Built Different group page. You know what I mean? We with the shenanigans, but all of that at the end of the day, our main thing is to connect fans at Cowboy events off social media. So shout out to my guy, Jersey Mike. I appreciate everybody that came out there. It was a great time. Shout out to the staff. Shout out to my guy, the manager, Scotty, over there. Even though he's a Niners fan, I mean, straight up cool. You know what I mean? Giving us real estate like that, no charge, allowing Cowboy fans to come in free. The only real challenge we have is parking. We're going to get that nailed down, though, so stay on the lookout for that. Get you public transportation. We actually had one of the fans came up all the way on a bus from Tacoma, y'all. Like, that's like an hour ride. You know what I mean? That was her with that Dak Prescott shirt on. I can't remember her name. Mike, you remember her name? Let me throw that photo back up there. You see her right there next to me with the Dak Prescott shirt on. She took an hour bus ride from Tacoma up to Seattle.
Damn.
Man, she about that because she walked in. She said, this is the Cowboys meetup, right? I said, yeah. She's like, cool. She sat down and got about her business. We started talking to her. We started talking to her. She's like, yeah, I just rode the city bus up. You know, I wasn't messing with no parking and no traffic. I saw her that.
That's pretty hardcore.
Yeah, but shout out to everybody else out there meeting up for all the watch parties. Let us know in the comments below. Where'd you watch the game at yesterday? You know, we got a lot of fans going to the home opener this weekend. Are you going to the home opener? Well, stick around. You can learn how to tailgate with your boy here as we go through some more shout outs. That's Bob over there commenting on YouTube. Yeah, everybody on YouTube says, Bob, hope all is well, bro. Mr. Square Groupers. Yeah. Sarah, you know, two guys busy. You know, me and Bob been busy and we're trying to meet in the middle. And here we are today on Monday doing the recap show. Like I said yesterday, this is going to be challenging while I'm boots on ground and out on the road. It's not going to be like last season where we're going to be set up every week with a pregame and a postgame show. It's going to be a little bit different. You're going to have to pay attention here this season. Russell says, young man, eat my friend. My son 27 and come by to eat all the time. Yeah, man. That's the way to get to a man's heart is through his stomach, right?
Damn right. Damn right. You know, yesterday we tried to get a pregame on. I had it set up. Unfortunately, I couldn't connect to the BDG group or OAT, so I just did it straight to my channel. But regardless, I was hearing people trying to click the link from Facebook to YouTube and getting bounced off of it and not being able to watch it. I sat there for a full 10 minutes talking to myself with absolutely nobody watching and nobody in the background.
That's a lonely feeling.
Yeah, it was terrifying. Actually, I was starting to feel a little dark.
Yeah, I was watching the notifications as they went out today. It took almost 1 minute after we were live for somebody to be able to join. So I know Facebook fucking with BDG, and that's all cool. It's algorithm election season. That's fine. But if every day y'all come to the page and like, comment, and share, we ain't gonna have no problem. Especially if you really enjoy the content and you support it like our green badges.
Yeah, no doubt. And anybody who is interested in cannabis cultivation or just watching cannabis videos and checking out reviews of current and back cannabis, please check out my channel and go subscribe. I'd really, really appreciate it. A lot of the folks that are on my channel are definitely Cowboys fans because I crafted it to be that way, because I know y'all smoke, because I lived in Texas for almost a decade.
Yeah. Well, that's been the recap. And now we got to look forward to week 2. I'm excited because Thursday morning I'll be flying out. I'm going to Texas. Shout out to all of the green badges, man. 2 VIP exclusive events. Let me go ahead and just pull that up right quick, Bob. Give me just a second, Bob. I'm going to get over here in the group and pull that up so everybody can see that.
Do that. Waking up today was wonderful. It was funny, you know, I shouldn't keep doing this, but I use GMFB as sort of this barometer for the rest of the world's pulse. And I understand they're all newscasters, so they're all going to say whatever the hell they're going to say. But when what's his name, the dude from the Real World or whatever, who's on, I keep forgetting his name. He really couldn't say anything bad about it. And when you can't get anybody to say anything bad on a network about the Dallas Cowboys, who otherwise probably would, that means that we're doing pretty good after the first game. So
they don't want to open that mouth and insert that foot in mouth. It's an art to moving the goalpost. But shout out to the Green Badges. That's right, baby. Y'all seen him here. We had him. Stoney Kirsch, you know, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys Smithsonian, about 1.5 miles from AT&T Stadium. As you see, Roger Goodell stopped by his house a couple years ago and gave him tickets to the Super Bowl. I thought that was pretty cool. So we're going to do a meetup. We're doing a meetup. And it's not at 2 p.m. That time has changed. So if you're in the group, you already know. We're meeting up. We got about 20 fans meeting us. Green Badge supporters. And I got some VIP guests coming in from the Cowboy Stars of the Carolinas. So shout out to my girl, Tina Mosley, over there. They've been plugged in. We're going to meet up with the Cowboy Stars of the Carolinas. And we're going to take a tour of Stoney Kirsch's museum. So get on that Green Badge. If you're not a supporter of this content, this is how you can learn about what we got going on. Make sure you hit that white badge down there with a heart. In addition to that, on Friday, we're going to be meeting up at Playmakers. Now, Playmakers 88 is a brand new bar that was, Michael Irvin had stood up in the Colony out there. That's your favorite player, Bob, Michael Irvin.
It is. That's my boy for life.
Yeah, he got his own bar. If you didn't know, the original 88 has a bar in the DFW airport. So if you're flying into Texas this year to a game, I'm trying to pull this shit up over here.
Yeah, we got that's. I mean, like I can't even. How do you not go by that if you know that it exists in that airport? First of all, anytime I would land in DFW, I'd take a fucking walk around the entire thing already. That's just the way it is because there's Dallas Cowboys on things that you don't think that should be on there, and you're going to buy that.
Yeah, there's a Drew Pearson Sports 88 bar in the DFW Airport Terminal E out there, so you can go and check that out. But also in the Colony, Michael Irvin just opened this year. Playmakers 88, it's his own sports bar. I'm going to tell you, it's the hottest spot in the Colony right now. All Cowboy fans are going out there, and guess who's going to be there Friday? And we're going to have a special guest. You know what I mean? We're going to arrive in style. You know who Star Mobile 1 is, Bob?
No, I don't.
You seen that guy riding around with the roadster with the Cowboy star on the side? Old white dude, you know what I mean? His name's Jamie Opelt. Shout out to my guy, Jamie Opelt. He's going to pull up on us at Playmakers. So if you're coming out to meet us at Playmakers at 2 p.m. on Friday, shout out to all my Green Badges, you can come over there and check out Star Mobile 1. He's going to be on the scenes. We're going to be kicking it, chopping it up, getting some content while we're there at Playmakers. And in addition, Playmakers on Saturday is having a pregame bash. I'm thinking about going over there, but we're scheduled to be in there on Friday. So shout out to all of the Green Badges. But yeah, Saturday, Playmakers Sports Bar Grill. 88 is going to have the kickoff party, shenanigans or whatever before the game on Sunday. But Friday, like I said, we'll be at Stoney's. So shout out to the Green Badges. Saturday we'll be at Stoney's, and Friday we'll be at Playmakers. So we got a bunch of stuff scheduled for this weekend. But speaking of the Saints, what do you think about the Saints coming in? How you feeling about the Saints this week, Bob?
I didn't, I was watching our game and with 100% attention. I don't think I checked my fantasy shit until the Lions game. Because I just didn't care, man. It's about the Cowboys, man. But I saw what they did to, a wholeheartedly inept Panthers team. And I wasn't necessarily impressed. It's still, it's not a team that I really feel like we've got to worry about. I just feel like if we prepare for every team intelligently, like we normally do, we have one of the quarterback that threw the most touchdowns in the league last year. We have the guy who leads passing in pretty much all freaking categories from last season, still playing with us. We've got one of the best, if not the best wide receiver in the freaking game. By all accounts, we should do pretty well, especially at home. Starting the season off away against the number one defense in the league and winning is huge.
Oh, especially on the road. Remember, because we was doo-doo last year on the road.
I mean,
nobody's really talking about that. We went on the road, beat the top-ranked defense last season. On the road, like we was Mr. Hyde last season. We was Dr. Jekyll at home and Mr. Hyde on the road.
It's happened a few years, but it's all. But if I'm not correct, I think I am correct. The 2 years before that, we were undefeated on the road. Like we go through stretches where that happens. That just kind of shows you it's really not about any particular thing that you think. It's just, are you preparing for this game? And I think that we prepare. I think we are happy about this victory. I think the guys that were flying around are going to be flying around again at home. I think we have a chance to be another one of those guys who returns one of those new styles of kickoffs for a touchdown. So Turpin can get a punt and a kick return. That'd be cool. I don't know, man. I don't think this is going to be a team that we have to worry about. That's not to say that we shouldn't prepare for them. But we got the Ravens the next week. There's a lot of teams that are going to be pretty tough to play, man, and they're all going to come hard.
I got the Ravens.
Cowboys.
I got the Ravens knocking us off at home week 3, but week 2, the Cowboys are 6.5-point favorites currently. 6.5-point favorites. The total points on that is 45.5. As you see, Sarah already throwing up her predictions. So if you're on YouTube, if you're on LinkedIn, if you're on Facebook, throw us up your predictions, your way too early predictions for week 2 versus the Saints. Now, we've seen them go out there and dismantle a pedestrian Carolina Panthers team. If anybody's talking about beating up a sorry team this week, they should be talking about the Saints beating up on the Panthers. It ain't the Cowboys who beat the Browns.
Let's not even compare the defenses of the Panthers against the fucking the Browns. It's night and day, man. Denzel Ward's a beast, and we had his ass.
Yeah, but so there you go. 6.5-point BetMGM Sportsbook fresh out. 6.5-point favorites. The Cowboys at home, which I think that's a setup because we were favored at home against Green Bay after we had all them records won. Y'all remember that? That's a whole nother story, so I'm gonna just leave it there. But 45.5 points, 6.5 points favorites. Make sure you get your picks in. Are you doing picks this season, Bob?
I'm
weekly picks or no?
I haven't started that in any way.
Okay.
I mean,
you can join us, man, in OAT. So check us out in OAT. We got our picks, our weekly picks going on in OAT. When you see this in the group, all you got to do is screenshot it, mark it up, put it in there, and check us out. We got incentives going on in the group, but we're doing it free out on BDG. So if you want to do it free and see how you can do your picks, what percentage you're at, I think I was at 62, 65% last year. Right now, I'm 4 of 12 or 4 of 11. And we got the Niners and the Jets tonight. So y'all let me know. You got the Niners or the Jets tonight. I'm going to be at my son's game at 4:30. He's kicking off his first game of the season with Graham Kapowsin High School. Unfortunately, Graham Kapowsin High School up here, state-ranked team, they lost week 1. Last second play, fumble, scoop, score at the end. Was kind of unfortunate, but they're going to bounce back. My son plays on the C team, which is all freshmen, so they'll be playing out there today. So I want to know who y'all got tonight. You got the Jets or you got the Niners? Because I got the Niners at home. I mean, that's kind of like a no-brainer. And then 54. But, boy, I tell you, everybody's on this Aaron Rodgers hype with the Jets, y'all. What do you think about this game coming up tonight, Bob? Finish out this week 1 roster.
I don't think he's going to perform the way Jets fans want him to perform against the defense tonight. I would go as far as to say that he might actually have a pretty bad game. San Fran's good. They're really, really good. He's been resting. It's been a long time since he's been in a game situation. Obviously, he took one play and went down for the season.
They said it was like since January 2023 since he threw a touchdown.
Yeah, it's a pretty shitty team to have to shake those cobwebs off. So I don't know. I don't see him doing very well tonight. And real quick, I want to go back to Ferguson, Juicy Fergs.
Yeah, thank you.
When I saw
tapping in, not ignoring you over there, Bob. Go ahead, pontificate.
When I saw that happen, when I saw him land flat on his extended leg, and I heard him yell, everybody heard him yell, which was fucking terrifying. I really, really started worrying about the season. That's how important this guy is to us because he's got, not only is he a great blocker, a great pass, a great route runner, but he's a little crazy. And he brings that shit to the team on the offense, and that's kind of the spark that we need. But I'm not so worried. If the good thing is that he didn't crumble when he landed, nothing's twisted or broke when he landed. It was a sprain because it was the impact of this going on with his medial collateral ligament. But I really believe we've got very, very capable backup tight ends to be able to do what they need to do in his stead. They're not going to really be able to match up to what he does, but they're still going to be able to do the job well, which is probably going to be a little bit more blocking than going out. But
Yeah, we got big Schoonmaker still. We got
Yeah.
big John Stevens. I can't remember the other tight end that's on the depth chart. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look at that while we got this up, and then I'll go through this
We
comment.
traded off. Who did we trade off? We traded.
Oh, Hendershot went off. We got a draft pick from him. He's in KC.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take a look at this depth chart right quick on the Dallas Cowboys website. As we pull that up, hey PSV, whoever that is down there with your little comments, baby, get you a top fan badge, baby. Get like my guy Alfie. You a rookie over here.
Why you got to be a monkey nuts too? I don't mean,
man. I'm telling you, man. Some of these guys are suspect with some of the memes and shit they got on their phone. You know what I mean? The tight ends on the depth chart: Jake Ferguson, Luke Schoonmaker. Oh, Brevin Spanford is tight end 3 project.
Whoa.
Along with John Stevens Jr. So if you've got Jake Ferguson in fantasy football and you're looking for a handcuff, you better go grab. I would grab probably Luke and Big John. I don't know about Brevin Spanford, especially the way the Cowboys are coming out. But I would think because John was looking like he was going to get some play last year, but he was injured. Luke got some play, I think, yesterday a little bit, a few snaps. Luke is capable. We know they're not Jake Ferguson, but if you need some tight end relief help on your fantasy football lineup, you better take a look at this depth chart. Go grab Luke Schoonmaker or John Stevens. I'm glad that I only drafted him in one of my leagues. Because I know, like you said, that injury not only mess up your fantasy football league, but shit, it mess up the whole damn season. You know, one injury, somebody commented earlier, I'm glad we made it through the game without any injuries. That's a blessing. Well, other than Jake Ferguson, outside of Jake Ferguson's injury, like, you know what I mean? You got folks like, you know, taking season-ending injuries, you know what I mean? And we all know how that feels, especially with Trayvon Diggs.
That's scary, man. That's very, very scary. We don't want to play that game. That's the depth that right now that we're going to have to hold on to, which again, it's one of those the things that it's not a really shiny thing to talk about. Going and picking up Derrick Henry as a running back for our team would have been a massive thing, but getting 5 very capable, massive defensive tackles on our rotation in order to stop the run is not something that people rant and rave about, but it's something you definitely got to be happy about, because we are in a position now to make sure the one thing that that almost any team could do against us, which is run for 200 yards, just can't happen anymore. So,
yeah, shout out to Matthew. He says Cook left the game. That's right. He did return, though, however. Hey, I think he said he had to get an IV. That was the reason why he left the game. And then yesterday, you know, before the news broke, I guess Ferguson had texted Dak, and that made it to the media that, hey, it looked like we dodged a bullet. He's week to week, sprained MCL, so we're not going to know that. But like I said, go update your lineups. We got the Saints coming up week 2. You got to be excited on Victory Monday. Victory Monday, 1-0, because, you know, if we came in 0-1, we was going to hear it.
Yeah, we were.
We're going to hear it regardless, and that's fine. I got the Cowboys over the Saints week 2. Like I said, no losses for the Cowboys till week 3. I've got the Ravens over the Cowboys week 3. I've got my Cowboys at 14-3 this season after going 12-5 the last 3 seasons. It's not a stretch, especially after we seen our team show up yesterday. So my thing is this, as we tapped in this morning, if you mad this morning at Dak Prescott, you're not a Cowboy fan. You really just mad. You really don't like Dak. That's really what it is. You know what I mean? And a lot of Cowboy fans have got to get beside your emotions and get behind your team. It's okay to be frustrated with players. It's okay to voice your frustration. It's okay to share a meme or two or do something like that. But when all you do all year long is campaign on a guy, talking about him, no matter what he does, that's moving the goalposts, baby. And that's why we created the top 5 haters of the week here for this season, because we want to recognize them haters, baby, because like they say, if you ain't got no haters, we know Dak got some haters, right, Bob?
Oh yeah, a lot of them. I'm sad to say a lot of them are on our team, on our fan base.
Yeah, and it's not surprising that Alfie, our number 1 top fan hater of the week, is a Cowboy fan out of OKC. That's what disturbs me most. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it's an Eagles fan, but we got Alfie here, and I call him Alfred. His name's Alfred, but we're gonna call him Alfie for short. He likes to call me Zaddy. So shout out to my guy Alfie, baby. You know what I mean? Come pull up on your boy week 2 in Dallas for New Orleans, baby. Let's come down there and we exchange memes, baby. But
the meme exchange.
Yeah, we'll do a meme exchange at Lot 11, baby. Comes down there, drive down from OKC. It ain't but like a couple hours, baby. Come on down there if you really like BDG that much. If I'm on your mind that much, baby, come down there. Let's exchange a few memes. Let's get the meme exchange going at Lot 11, where my guy Big Val at. But he's Bob and I'm BG. We back in the saddle, baby. It feels good, man. I'm glad you were able to join this morning, Bob.
Yeah, man. I'm glad. Let's see if we can't get these other things fixed up. If not, you're just going to have to drive when you can drive. Again, we might not get to every game to chat, but we'll get around to at least the post game, I think.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. So you got to be flexible here with us this season. Make sure you come back every day. You know, the algorithm has changed. Like we said, it's an election season, so you may not see our content. Make sure you come back over here, visit the page every day. I always pin posts. Let me just show y'all right quick, and then we'll close up the show here. I always pin posts on the page, so that way you can see what's going on. And you say, what's a pin post? Well, I put this up there so that way when things like this happen, you can hop over to the page. You can see what's going on. We still got an Amari Cooper jersey up for raffle. All right, that's pinned there. You can go check that out. We got CeeDee Lamb hitting OAT tomorrow, so look for that. OAT exclusive raffle tomorrow. If you're looking for the CeeDee Lamb raffle, it'll be exclusively in OAT tomorrow. We got a couple of shows. We got the recap show there. I can move that now. Let me just go ahead and do that while we got everybody on. We'll unpin that. We got our weekly picks there that are free, so you can come over there and check those out if you want to get in on the weekly picks. If you want to see how to connect with Cowboy fans this season, make sure and join the Inside channel. Every week, I'm placing something new there, so that way Cowboy fans can learn how to connect with other Cowboy fans off the grid this season. I'll be there with Fan Zone this week, so shout out to everybody coming in on week 2. Make sure you check out the Facebook page there on the Inside channel, so that way you know how to connect with all of our fans off the grid this season. And then lastly, 4 things you want to do, which this list is actually going to grow to 7 now. We're going to add playmakers. We're going to add Drew Pearson Sports 88, and we're adding Stoney's to the mix. So this list is going to go from 4 to 7 after this week. So look for that. That'll be on Medium. And then my guy, his guy, we was there at the concert there in Denver. This was the 2024 Gym Rat of the Year program. So go check that out. It's going to stay there pinned for the rest of the year. Shout out to all of our Gym Rats of the Year. We've got one we just awarded here. We've got 7 Gym Rats, I think now. 7, 8. No, I think we're at 8. Let me get this picture over here right quick. Then we got 8 Gym Rats, right? Shout out to our 8 Gym Rats right there. January, Park Ranger. February is a Chargers fan. Shout out to my guy, Tomas Carrasco with the Green Badge. First other fan from another fan base to support the content. Shout out to my girl, Nicole. Miss Fanatics in the building. King Sharon, Wendy, Jersey Mike, Troy Park, and Eric Serrato. So you got September, October, November. These are going to be the dog months of this year. You're going to have to get it in because you're going to have to take it to the next level if you're going to win Gym Rat of the Month in one of these months. But we appreciate your support. Like we said, this has been the recap show on the Browns and the Cowboys. His name is Bob. I'm BG. You got any parting words before we get out of here today, Bob?
Keep growing, baby. That's all we ask of everybody. Just keep growing. Be better than you were yesterday. And I think the Cowboys are going to do the same thing.
Yeah, they will. So make sure and throw your score predictions up there in the comments. And as always, if you watch this after the fact, make sure you use #replay. Share this with somebody, like, comment, and share. That social currency is worth more this weight in gold. And y'all know, just like always, what happened last night when the game was over with, right? I could just hear him in the background. Could you hear him?
I heard him.
What'd he say?
I didn't hear him.
I heard him. Here's what he said. We'll see y'all on the next episode.
Turn out the lights. The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.